right, guys, what's happening? It's Friday. So let's jump right into it. All right, let's start on the 30 Scarab. Mark, you're in charge of that boat. Give me a full update on what's going on with that boat.
Okay, let's bring up the Scary Scarab.
Scary Scarab.
The Scary Scarab.
The Scarab, that's an interesting one.
Somebody bought it and had the crazy idea that, hey, maybe we can make it a new boat, resurrected from the dead.
The Scary Scarab by far is definitely a miracle.
So I get a phone call one day that there's this boat in another yard that he wanted me to go and take a look at.
The boat went to a different marina and they charged them for repairs that never got done. And I guess eventually the owner got involved and said that's enough.
Whoever had it just wasn't taking care of it and just ripped it apart and kind of left it there.
It wasn't surveyed or anything like that. So come to find out, the boat sat up underwater for months.
This thing's been a real pain. Just so much work.
So they paid off the other shipyard and they brought the boat to me about 6 months ago. And when we first got into the boat, we had bid for basically a paint job, replacing a couple sections. And then when we opened the boat up, we found everything in the vessel was rotten.
I mean, the boat was gone.
You had leaves, maggots. There was maggots in there. Fucking worms like this. Maggots. We cut the deck out, it was rotten. The stringers were filled with foam, eaten away and rotten. The side walls were rotten.
The transom was rotted.
The back of the transom knees that held into the transom were rotten. We went into the V-berth and took the old cushions out. The seats that they had in there were rotten.
Damage to the point where all the core inside, the flooring core.
Rotten. We put together an estimate and told them from here on out it's basically a time and material job. So do you want to continue with this or what do you want to do? He was already knee deep into the project where he had invested a good amount of money and his son liked the boat and liked the shape of the boat and the style of the boat.
And the owner told us, well, make it look like new.
When I came over to that boat, I had already envisioned the final product in my mind and what it was going to look like.
This was something that cost the gentleman more than the boat is actually worth.
So we wound up doing everything, new engines, new paint job, new console.
New interior, new floor, new transom.
All new electronics, new hard top with aluminum powder coated frame, brand new swim platform they put together, new ladder, new rub rail, new wiring, new pumps, new acrylic door, new opening door, new upholstery cushions, new C-deck foam floor, new cushions for the top leaning post.
We had to take the helm off and it was full of a million holes that nobody knew the holes were for. So we filled all the holes.
Everything on that boat has been replaced. The only thing we didn't do is cut the hull off and redo that because that seems to be intact.
It was a big project.
A lot of work going into an older boat.
This is one of those rare projects that starts from here. We'll just call this A and goes all the way to Z. So really, I don't even call it a Scarab 30 no more. We call it the Foster 30.
That's a Foster 30.
Reason why is it has our colors. One of the owners of this owns a shipping company. His colors are yellow and blue. Same colors as Foster's, yellow and blue, even though I have a lavender shirt on.
Interior of the cabin, we had some water leaking coming in. No idea where it came from, where it was. It did some damage on the ceiling material. So we just ripped that all out. We're gonna redo all that material. That should be done sometime today, if not today, tomorrow. Then after that, we got the C-deck material, which is a foam non-skid. We should have that by, I'd say about Monday. Ballpark, don't hold me to it. After that, we're doing our final sea trial. Then when the owners come in, we're gonna do another sea trial to orientate them with everything that's going on with the boat, how to operate it, what's involved in keeping the boat safe. After that, we're gonna put it on a trailer and we're gonna give big giant kisses goodbye. The ceiling is in.
Do you like it? Have you looked at it?
I like it, it looks good. There definitely is a variation in color, but that's okay. The ceiling and the walls.
Is it still rotted up there?
No. We sealed that, injected some plexus up in there to seal whatever holes. Doesn't look like it's wet. Everything seems fine. Right now, we're at our final stages of getting it out of here.
So by the end of next week, is that
Oh, yes.
legible that he can come pick up his boat?
Oh, yes.
Mark Croanto, half yacht broker, half project management, and half can't keep his mouth shut.
My job is project manager, one of the many, but project manager and quality control.
Mark's real good at his job. He's very detailed, and he's good for quality service.
New Englander, all of my life. Boating, all of my life. So I've always been involved in the industry. I still do my own work on my own boat. I just love it. I have the passion. I emphasize that with my brokers. You got to have a passion for the industry, because if you don't have passion, you're going to hate it. I have the talent to work on all different aspects of it. So I think it's more of a craft.
Mark has a unique quality, and it's called gossip.
Just the gossip. That was me.
He runs his mouth too much.
But I pick up stuff and I listen and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Hey, do you know that somebody happened here?
Great guy, but needs to know when to shut up.
I'll give you that. Yeah, Jeffrey.
A lot of times he gets real involved in one project and gets a little scatterbrained and frustrated. But him and I get together constantly, and I give him the proper person to try to get the jobs done.
They had it hooked, they had it, everything. We're cleaning the boat because, you know, there's sanding next door to it, there's other over here, so we're wiping the boat down again. It's all set, ready to go, just got to get the guy to pick it up. He already has it in the straps. I told him I needed 5 more minutes.
Mark is half yacht broker, so he works for a yacht brokerage selling yachts on the side. If there's a show, he'll go there on the weekends and work for the company selling yachts. After work, if he has to show a few vessels in the marina, he'll go show the boats so he can sell yachts. He also has his own boat, so he's used to systems. He's used to driving and captaining in vessels. He's used to the electronics. He knows a lot about boats.
Well, I oversee the projects that come to me, and I will oversee the project from the start to the finish, make sure that everything that's being charged for is done, it's completed. And then at the end, I'll check and make sure that, you know, the quality of the work is up to Dennis Foster's standards.
He's one that will spot out a spot that something got damaged or something that hasn't been repaired properly. So he's got a good eye for that type of thing.
Mark tends to crack the whip way too hard, and he wants to micromanage. It's good in a way, because you want to make sure that the employee doesn't make a mistake. But at the same time, there's employees that are knowledgeable and they know what they're doing. They get offended by that kind of micromanagement.
I'm not worried about the steering helm. I'm talking about the actual physical motor itself. This part is no good.
Mark takes charge. He really does. And sometimes he pisses people off when he does it. I need this, go over there, go to there. And, you know, people get all flabbergasted because of the delivery.
Yeah, usually that's what actually happens. All right, I'm just telling you right now, if you grab that motor and go like this, that motor should swing like there's no tomorrow. These guys are driving me crazy with this shit. I have my own drama. Sometimes I get aggravated, and I'm like, are you f***ing kidding me? Man. He's a liar. I was standing right there. Let him tell me something different right now, because I was right there.
In all fairness, I love this guy. Even though he's a little short, and he's Italian, so I guess he's always having to be boisterous and be in the place to make sure people respect him and know that he's there.
Yes! It just pissed me off. I get overruled. Everybody else says you're looking at a small amount of space. The vent is in the right spot. It's just that it's a little low, no big deal. I gotta figure out where somebody's f***ing brains are. I really do.
Mark is really good with his mouth too. He's got the gift of gab. He's good with sales. He can talk to customers.
Everything that comes out of a salesman's mouth, you gotta be careful with. You're a salesman.
I'm honest. I tell it like it is, so I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Mark is both knowledgeable and he's a bullshit artist, and that combination together is deadly and useful.
Honest guy, family guy, with a lot of problems, so that'll stir the pot every once in a while. Other than that, just keep it clean, keep it real.
But Mark is, I think, really good, and I think he shines when he's got pressure on him. If he doesn't have any pressure, he's too comfortable and he'll just drag his ass and just take his sweet little time, disappear. You won't know where the hell he's at. But if you put pressure on Mark and you let him know you're not playing and you're for real, he produces. But at the end of the day, I know he's got my back. He's been here 4 years. We've developed a level of trust, and I know he's doing his best to get the job done.
Whether or not Mark is full of it,
full of himself. Whether you like the guy or not, he's certainly got a lot on his plate. Dennis has given him a tremendous amount of responsibility, and regardless of the workload, he's still got to deliver on time and on budget. But can he do it up to Dennis's standards? Or will his ambition and optimism get the best of him? Will the scary scarab continue to haunt the team at Foster's? Or will Mark finally find a way to send it on its merry way? Whether or not this story of the scary scarab ends in horror or victory, you gotta keep watching to see how it all goes down.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it